Hello, everybody. It's the BathMat here, as promised. After a brief hiatus, I am back. Now, there were some personal issues, there were some technical issues, there were some maternal issues, out there. So a few things were going on. I had to deal with them and clean them up. Some are solved, some are not. But I'm here, I'm back, trying to do the best I can. Now, I'd like first of all to thank all of you, my fans and friends that were concerned, and contacted me outside of the Facebook world and within the Facebook world to show their concern for my well-being, and I appreciate all of that, so thank you for that. Now, also, we'd like to thank the sponsors for today, which we have Blue Island Beer Company, who this is their Golden Growler Club, and for $100 you get 12 of these beauties right here. I'm a member, of course, because love my beer, love my Blue Island Beer Company. And also brought to you by their delightful treat, still the Double Dank Punk. It's a delight, double IPA. Right on. So also sponsoring one of my other favorite beers, we got Yingling as a sponsor, and they're supplying me with all the beer I can drink. Don't I wish? Anyway, so thank everybody again. Here we are. As promised, I was going to talk a little bit today about the Green Bay Packers and their head scratcher of a first-round pick, Jordan Love from Utah State. Now, on Thursday, the beginning of the draft, which the crazy virtual draft they had with Roger Goodell virtually high-fiving people and hugging people and just being an idiot as usual without the booing. The Packers had traded up 4 spots and drafted Jordan Love when everybody expected he's a quarterback, and they expected they were going to go after a wide receiver or somebody else, a skill player, because in all of Aaron Rodgers' 15 years as a team player on the Packers, they have never drafted a skill player. So he was hoping, of course, when they moved up, they were going to be drafting a skill player, such as a wide receiver, to, help Devontae Adams and some of the other guys on the team. Well, on you. Instead of picking a skill player, they picked a skill player, but he's a quarterback, which typically means that your time is numbered as the head quarterback. And on top of all that, he had a crap season last year. He had 17 interceptions. And, but the head of the Green Bay Packers have a history of good quarterbacking, great maybe even, especially the last 2, Favre and Rodgers, I believe it's 39 and 15 against the Bears over their 2 careers so far. And in that time frame, for the Packers having 2 starting quarterbacks, the Bears have had 30. Let me give you a couple of names from that list. My 2 favorites, of course, are the most recent, Trubisky and Cutler. Oh, man, I love those guys. They are the best. I have been sending fruit baskets to the Bears for years for those 2 guys. But how about Rex Grossman, Jimmy Clausen, Mike Glennon, Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh has been retired and has coached 400 teams since he was a Bear quarterback. How about Eric Kramer? How about your Josh McCown, Kate McNown? How you like me now? Rick Meyer, Kyle Orton. There's a couple of whip-de-doers you guys had there on the Bears while, we were basically dominating and winning Super Bowl. Anyway, but there's a lot of consternation in Packerland about the pick, because it basically is saying that A-Rod's days are numbered, which brings me to the red man portion of the day. Please hold. Redman here. So basically, this frosts my butt. You know, that not only is this draft flush with wide receivers, but only got a few more years of A-Rod until he finishes his career in Minnesota. You know, him and Favre's careers overlap like, a duvet cover and a sheet. Because, when they drafted A-Rod, yeah, sure, Favre had been talking about retiring for the previous 3 years as if, to get a new contract or something. I'm not sure what happened. But there's a lot of people checking in. But as soon as they drafted A-Rod, I mean, the writing was on the wall. Favre was on his way out. So now A-Rod got 4 years left on his contract, already slipping a little bit in the skill department and in the, he's getting a little slower, a little long in the tooth, as they say. And so why put this extra burden on him? He already had the Matt LaFleur thing last year where he wasn't getting along with the coach, supposedly. And somehow they made it to the championship game. You want that guy you want to piss off at this point? He's next to Tiger Woods. He's the biggest grudge holder in sports, for Christ's sake. The only thing that's going to happen is that J-Love is going to be sitting there in the wings trying to come out from underneath his mentor competition. And if you know the scuttlebutt going around town, you know what I'm talking about. But, once A-Rod hits that proverbial wall and fake retires a la Favre, it's just a matter of time before, J-Love has to step up and be counted like Rodgers did. Rodgers was basically, when he took over at quarterback, people were following him around Green Bay or seeing him in public in Green Bay and berating him as the Favre killer and the guy that came in and stole Favre's job and sent him packing and to another team in the division. It really wasn't the case. It wasn't really fair to Aaron Rodgers. I give him credit for putting up with the crap. But, so it kind of frosts my butt that you got to bring this guy in and put all the pressure on A-Rod. Which brings me to the Pac-Man portion. Please hold. Okay, Pac-Man here. Now that brings me to the Pac-Man. Aaron ain't getting any younger, people. Do you want to get a guy in there so in 2 years, when his knee falls apart or he gets hit from the blind side or somebody comes in and puts a whack-a-toola on him and then he can't play anymore and he's daffy, do you want somebody that could come in as a reputable coordinator, somebody that's learned the game from A-Rod himself, come in and take over for the guy? Let him learn under Rodgers. He's got the 4 years left on his contract. He's probably only good for 2 of those years. And then his last 2 years in Minnesota or Detroit, God forbid the Bears, because by then they'll be on their 7th quarterback since today. Trubisky will be working at Wendy's, and who knows who will be doing what. But he's got 4 years left on his deal, and he's probably not going to finish it. He's going to be like the Brady situation. He's going to end up somewhere, and Devontae Adams is going to come out of retirement to be his receiver. So, I don't know. You don't want. There's probably going to be 20 teams that can use somebody like A-Rod at that time, and you don't want J-Love to end up being a clipboard holder / assistant coach like a Chase McDaniel or somebody like that. You draft a guy because you're trying to look to the future. Plus, you don't know if it's even going to be an NFL season this year, right? Who knows? You don't know. You don't know. It's going to be that. Who knows? They might not play. You got a lot of, tubbly bubblies out there running around hitting each other, and who knows? We don't know. So, you want a cat that could come in and lead the team and do a good job, and you don't want to have to go out and get a Nick Foles. I'm talking about, Bear fans. And then have a fake competition for the starting quarterback. Let the kid learn from the master. If Rodgers stays effective, you have some nice trading capital, assuming that in a few years, the the J-Lo matures into an NFL starter. You know, that's what's out there. It's a possibility. So that's me coming at you today. I see that I've gone over my 10 minutes, which is a blessing from the baby Jesus. And I may not do this every day. I may cut down, but I will, of course, always schedule it so you know when I'm out there. And until then, go, Pat, go. Go, Pat, go.